Over the past 10 years, Ohio has welcomed some really wonderful artisan and homestead cheesemakers and creameries. For a taste of some local Ohio cheese, I'm going straight to the source. But if you were expecting to see cows, well then I've really got your goat. Today I'm here at Osage Lane Creamery in Pataskala. Owned and operated by the Stout family, they're one of the only creameries in the state making goat's milk feta, a fresh, tangy cheese that chefs and home cooks alike count among their favorites. After a bit of sampling, I had some cheesy questions for Emma Stout. Most of the milk that the goats produced is used for making feta cheese. Why did you decide to focus on feta?
Well, we decided that because most of the world around feta is made with goat's milk, that we would choose a niche that would work for us, that wouldn't be like the other homestead or artisan cheesemakers.
It is delicious. Can you tell me what the process is for making feta cheese?
Well, it's pretty simple, really. It's probably one of the easier cheeses. You just put the milk in the kettle and add the starter, add the rennet, and then we cut it, stir it, and that's pretty much it. We just put it in the forms.
All of this talk of feta had me famished, so I gathered my cheese and headed down to the Dorothy Lane Market cooking school to prepare my prize. If you thought feta was only meant to toss into Greek salads, think again. We can add it to cooked rice and pasta dishes, and a spoonful adds a salty twist to a baked potato. Feta is enjoyed best at room temperature or warm. That's when its rich, tangy flavor comes alive and takes on a creamier texture. I'll show you what I mean in this appetizer recipe for baked feta with onions and olives. I'll start by whisking together some balsamic vinegar and some olive oil. I've heated a skillet over medium heat, and now I'm going to add some caraway seed. I'm going to toast them, but not for too long, just long enough until they're fragrant. And then I'm going to whisk them back into the vinaigrette with a pinch of black pepper. I'm going to cut the feta into thick slices, about 3/4 inches thick. I don't want to cut it too thin because I want it to hold its shape under the broiler. I'll arrange the feta slices on a baking sheet and then lightly brush the tops with oil. Then I'm going to put it under a broiler for about 5 or 7 minutes. When I take them out, you'll see that the cheese has just begun to brown. To finish this recipe, we'll pour the vinaigrette on our serving plate, and then we'll arrange the cheese slices on top. Then we'll top it off with some sliced onion, some pitted Kalamata olives, and finally a few sprigs of dill. And we'll serve it with crusty bread to sop up every last bit. Here's another way to enjoy feta, especially when garden fresh produce begins showing up at farmers markets or roadside stands. Simply fill a tall shooter glass with cucumber mint salsa, crumbled feta, topped with chopped tomato, and finish with a little fresh mint. Simple, fresh, and delicious. Feta cheese is produced all over the world in faraway places like Greece, Norway, and Denmark. Thanks to places like Osage Lane Creamery, there's no need to travel far for great tasting cheese. From my Ohio kitchen to yours, from Dorothy Lane Market in Dayton, I'm Marilou Suszko.